Our Skin Wolf Werekin, any good in patch 6.1.5. Simply put, I have become more ambitious. Unit-focused videos are great, but to understand a faction, you need to dig deep into the characters. And having established in past videos, Skin Wolves are great and powerful in this roster. How are the heroes? So let's look at how to make the best out of this one, the mighty Werekin. Recruited for 1100 gold and 275 upkeep. On Ultra Unit scale, he gets 5040 health. Armor is 70, very respectable. Physical resistance of 20 means non-magical attack will do less damage when it does connect. There is no missile resistance default. This is similar to how Lamian Vampire Lords work. Leadership 70 is okay. Okay is all I'll say. Speed 75 and charge speed 100 are decent, but don't mistake this for an Ice Wolf. Melee attack begins at 45, which isn't anywhere near as high as you'd like, with attack interval 4, medium splash target size, so Reichsguard on down, and a max target splash of 4. That's narrow. Melee defense starts at 32, which isn't that high. That's Empire Swordsman level. It's atrocious for a hero. Weapon strength for 120 is split base 140 and armor piercing to 180, so twice as armor penetrating as not, with a bonus versus large of 36. That is very, very high. Charge bonus is 40 and mass is 1500. The hero can hide in forest, has causes fear, and has Strider, and here's the thing, the Werekin counts as a large unit and therefore would otherwise suffer penalties fighting in a forest. Moreover, the Werekin comes with old school regeneration, therefore old school 20% fire weakness, and has Frenzy, and since it matters, that means melee attack plus 10, weapon strength plus 10%, and charge bonus plus 10%. So at rank 1, the Werekin would attack a General of the Empire on a Barded Warhorse with melee attack 45 plus 36 plus 10 for 91. Unless under 50% leadership himself, from damage mostly, since immunity to psychology would last until Frenzy breaks. As an embedded hero, this is a training hero, so more XP gained for your army units as a percentage. The map passive is spread control, and reduces enemy control in enemy provinces. The agent actions are the holy trinity of assault garrison, assassinate, and assault units, so bring out the halo. Specialist reduces the cost of these hardcore agent actions. In the top line, Aura of Chaos at rank 9 grants missile resistance 10%. At rank 12, Razor Claws grants armor piercing damage plus 45, so each and every hit does 45 points of extra AP damage. At rank 15, Hardened Skin will grant armor plus 15 and melee defense plus 5. We'll take it. All of these are 1 pip. In the main combat line, Dark Horror begins with 1 pip for melee attack plus 5. 3 pips of Devastating Charge offers charge bonus plus 30 flat. Frenzy will add 10% to the base number total. Thick-Skinned is plus 15 armor at 3, and whenever a hero has 70 armor like this, Thick-Skinned becomes really nice to have. Hard to Hit is plus 12 melee defense at 3, and that's starred weak. Deadly Fangs offers plus 12 melee attack at 3, and that's starred insane if against large targets, but this helps a ton against small heroes. Foe Seeker is the usual speed increase and fatigue decrease. Wound Maker is the usual plus 20% weapon strength at 3. Unnatural Thirst is plus 20% hit points at 3, and therefore unusually good. Indomitable is plus 12 to leadership, and that was a bit shaky. Quicksilver is plus 15% speed at 3, and the capstone is Colossal Strike, certainly not what they got in the first game, so this would give you a bonus versus large plus 52 total, plus the melee damage boost. There are 2 micro lines that are mutually exclusive, 3 pips mandatory before taking the second skill. You can pick up 1, but not both. It looks like this is the mechanic they used to have for Beastman Minotaur heroes, but changed, so don't be surprised if this changes with the upcoming rework. At 3 pips, Twisted Flesh provides plus 23 armor to the Werekin himself and to allies in a 35-meter radius. This is a faction where Marauders have really weak armor, and so does a lot of stuff, really. Ruinous Flesh replaces, quote-unquote, this aura with its own that has the same effect plus 10% missile resistance. And the reason this matters, missile resistance doesn't care about facing, doesn't care about armor piercing, and doesn't care about magical attack. It will simply resist whatever is a missile to the percentage listed. Vicious Assault does the same sort of aura, except offensively, and at 3 pips is plus 12 melee attack. While it's not higher than that, it's also plus 12 melee attack from the mere presence of the Werekin, and yes, it applies to him too. Frenzied Assault replaces this aura and adds plus 40% charge bonus to allies in that 35-meter radius. Think about what faction this is. Think about what else has a charge speed in the 100 speed range. Maybe with a bit more, but the Werekin gets faster too. Think of what already hits for pretty impressive stuff, but which could really use this kind of buff. It's a lot, isn't it? It's a lot. So how do we use the Skin Wolf Werekin? Well, on the one hand, it's not complicated. On the other, it really is. How hard do you want to send one in against enemy heroes on the ground, able to defend themselves? To put another way, how long do you want one to be fighting Grimgore? Yeah, that's the problem, isn't it? So those situations come up. Scarbrand will get hurt, but can also do incredible damage back with the Fire Weakness operating. Also, Werekin can regenerate if they run off and hide somewhere for a bit, so it's not like you can't disengage. Past this, well, yeah, it's not simply what can one do leading his own kind. It's what can one do operating as the Big Daddy protecting Marauder Horse Masters. Those Reichsguard chasing them thought they had it good, but now? How about as the tip of a horde of warhounds? If the hounds don't need to take the charge, a lot of engagements will go a lot better for them, especially with frenzied assault around the Werekin. So this is a lot of power that's easy to waste, but it's also an obscene level of power, and while I had really mixed feelings about a Gore Bull taking defensive aura stuff unless you had, say, 3 of them in an army already, depending on your army build, Marauders with the same armor level as tech-buffed Empire State troops suddenly look much scarier, don't they? Well, more to the point, how about regular version Skin Wolves? How much worse is it to fight them if they have plus 23 armor and 10% missile resistance? How much harder is it to deal with Mammoths if they're plus 23 armor and plus 10% missile resistance? And this guy still hits a Mounted Lord for melee attack 91 at rank 1 with no skills, no items, and no support. So, while there's room for tweaking things, I just want to say, pre-rework, the Werekin is strong, and his limit is largely a limit of how well you use him. Because yes, his melee defense is hot garbage, but you didn't bring him to tank like a high-elf noble. You brought him to slash throats and take names. Perhaps not necessarily in that order, because people can't state their names once their throats are slashed. Take care, and have fun being at the very evil moon.